welcome to another very special edition of KXLY4 News. A half hour we've set aside to show you this beautiful place we get to call home, the Inland Northwest. We're glad you could join us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. We are taking you across the area from the route of the Hiawatha to the Palouse Falls, from Harrison to the State Line Speedway, and give you a look at some familiar places from a new point of view.
And speaking of beautiful views, our area is full of them, and many times you don't have to travel far out of town to get to them. That's especially true for Tubbs Hill in Coeur d'Alene.
Let's start this half hour of Air 4 Adventures with a spot you probably know, the popular Tubbs Hill in Coeur d'Alene, like you've never seen it before.
It's amazing that it's just right here next to the city. I mean, you could come over here at lunch. The wife and I retired and we're doing a trip around the country, and Coeur d'Alene was our 4th of July stop. One thing we liked about Tubbs Hills is it was dog friendly, and I always take my dog with me. Went down in the lower lakeside, there was these little coves in a couple different areas where you could walk down, and we enjoyed that. We went down and checked that out. It's beautiful, it really is, yeah. Yeah, the wife likes the white flowers that are all over the hills and stuff.
My family has a boat out here, so we would take the boat out and watch people jump cliffs. The main trail is pretty easy, and then for a challenge we wanted to go up through the summit. So we got to spend time together, but also get good workout in and get to be close to the lake, which is a big part of our family and what we like to do together. A really pretty view. I grew up here, I go to school in Missoula now, so it was definitely, this is the first thing we did when we got back into town today. We are close to a big city, but you get to see really pretty views of the lake and get a good workout in, and you get to be just smack dab in the middle of nature.
If you're wondering how we get all these amazing shots, it's with the help of this little guy.
It's been more than a year since we added the Air 4 drone to our other technology. It's a DJI Inspire 2. It takes all these beautiful pictures and up to 4K video. It can fly at 60 miles an hour for as far as 3 miles, all in a little package that weighs about 8 pounds.
The view from Green Bluff is usually underneath the trees, and that's just fine when you're picking peaches, apples, and cherries.
But here's a treat for you. Green Bluff in all its beauty from above. Check it out.
Green Bluff is so much more than just the 6 weeks of our fall festival. You know, starting with bloom time is a gorgeous time to come out. And then all the different fruits that ripen throughout the season. There's something going on all summer long.
In the summer, I mean, we start our season off with picking strawberries. You can see the view here that we got going on. I mean, the seasons are always changing up here, and it's really, I mean, it's a great thing to get out of Spokane and come up to some of the farms.
You can come out here in our patio. We have nice shaded umbrellas, enjoy lunch and dinner, a glass of wine or something, and get away from the city and just enjoy the beauty of nature.
Families, they'll just come up. It's kind of like a little day trip. You know, you're going to get a tractor ride for whatever fruit we're picking for the kids.
Any place you're at up here, pull the car over and take a picture. It's just picture perfect everywhere. No matter, almost any place on Green Bluff, you have a great view of Mount Spokane.
If the lakes and rivers are your favorite part of the Inland Northwest, it's easy to understand why.
And there are so many beautiful places to choose from, and some lucky people actually get to make a living doing what they love on the water.
Right now, we're heading out to Long Lake on the Spokane River with a recent grad from Lewis and Clark High School who hopes to make fishing his full-time job.
I grew up fishing with my dad and always loved it. It's been a passion of mine. I love every aspect of it. Competition of the bass fishing, and then it's more of a mental game than physical, so anybody can do it. Fish are always changing, so it's never the same. You always got to adapt, and I love playing that game with them. I do a lot more tournaments nowadays. I fish for Spokane Bass Club, do a lot of opens around the state, and we travel a lot. There's a lot of big smallmouth in here, and it's One of those timing deals though, you gotta find them when they're schooled up. Time of year is the biggest factor, seeing what the weather's like, so there is no real game plan. You kind of know what you're doing seasonally. Oh, it's beautiful around here. That's one of my favorite parts about being in Washington. All the scenery. You got so many different styles of lakes. You got residential lakes, Liberty Lake, Newman Lake, and then you got places like this where it's a lot of it's nature and it's real quiet out here.
Sometimes the water in our area is peaceful, and sometimes it really shows off its power.
Right now, we take you to far North Pend Oreille County and the impressive site of Boundary Dam.
We're at Boundary Dam by Medellin Falls in Pend Oreille County. Boundary was built in the 60s. It took 4 years to build. Started generating September the 1st of '67. The dam was put on here to provide hydroelectric power for the city of Seattle. Right now it's providing about 54% of the generation that city of Seattle has. Right now we're putting about 117,000 cubic feet per second, over the spillways and through the plant. The best view, I think, is by going up towards Canada to the border, and you come up to the Vista House up on the hill up there, and there's a nice little platform there. A great place to get a good view of the spill. The Vista House itself has some displays inside of it. Could tell a little bit about the history. Seasonal, it's open between Memorial Day and Labor Day. It is spectacular. A lot of power in that water.
Looking to get away from it all? You can without leaving our area.
But we have so many beautiful small towns in our neck of the woods. We'd like to introduce or reintroduce you to just one, Harrison, Idaho, on the southern end of Lake Coeur d'Alene.
Welcome to Harrison, Idaho. 5 miles away from forest access, and we got the lake here, and sportsman access down at the end of the lake, and river access.
We have the beautiful lake right here, the bike trail, amazing businesses.
We are known for our sunsets. We have some of the most beautiful sunsets you'll ever see in your lifetime. With the lake backdrop, the mountains, it's absolutely gorgeous.
We have the marina down below here. The docks are actually owned by Kootenai County. We have an RV park and a tent area all on the water, and it's just beautiful. We're on the lake. How is this not great? It's beautiful here.
Well, we are just getting started with our trips above and beyond the places you know and love.
You don't want to miss the route of the Hiawatha from a bird's eye view. If you thought it was amazing on a bicycle, wait till you see it with wings.
Then up and away over the Palouse, the beauty of an almost 150-year-old family wheat farm.
We know how important agriculture is to the state of Washington. It brings in billions of dollars each year.
But beyond the money, there's the beauty. Check out this wheat farm on the Palouse that one family has called home for more than 140 years.
I'm a fifth-generation farm boy. We've been doing this since 1875. I started when I was like 14, spotting trucks in the field, and then drove truck for quite a while, and then I started driving combine at 17. Went to college over at WSU, and then came back in 2002 and been doing it ever since. the heart of the Palouse, and we harvest soft white wheat and garbanzo beans. My dad and I farm about 2,400 acres. The crops this year are average to above average. It's always beautiful this time of year down in here. It's always good to see people come down and watch what we're doing so they understand where their food comes from. You really can't beat this area. I mean, for beauty. I mean, when you get outside the cities, it's just nice to see openness, wildlife, the peace, the quiet. I've always been in love with it. Just to be out here and to live out here, there is no place like this on earth.
Let's not leave the Palouse just yet, because there's something else out here